A first preview of the Audi Q5, the all-new generation, exterior and interior. Now on Autogefühl, the Paris Motor Show coverage, your #1 resource for in-depth car reviews and your #1 community to discuss cars with Thomas. And it's already just 1 week left and we will drive this car for you exclusively. But here the very first look in the exterior. Let's start in the front with the huge single frame grille. It looks a little bit like a smaller Audi Q7. Accentuations here on the hood, design lines forming this power dome in the middle, and the top LED headlights in the highest spec we have here with the new LED signature. So a very crisp, sharp look from the front. Definitely stronger, more aggressive than the predecessor generation. And there are a lot of people covering this car at the moment. We'll try to show you as much as possible. Come around the side profile. 4.66 m or 15'3" is the total length of this vehicle now. It's a little bit longer in all of its dimensions, also in the wheelbase. You can see it right here. The rims here, 20-inch. They start from 17, but that will look a little bit too balloonish. Then it goes up to 21-inch, but that's maybe not too comfortable. So I would probably go with 19. Here the 20-inch in a two-color scheme. This is the S-line, we're saying right here. Very interesting color. There will be 14 colors available. New colors, for example, like this turquoise-like color. It's really something different, definitely. Design line above the door handles. Pretty much the current Audi shape, also resembling to the A5. And the classic SUV layout, I like that. I like classic SUVs. See all of the window lines, they are pretty steep. Overall, a very elegant design, especially with the contrasting roof rails. And what about the weight? This car has lost almost 100 kilograms, so about 90 kilograms of weight if you compare it to the predecessor. Will also have more performance, soon more also about the engines of the car. Even more news will be in the interior. We'll get to that one very soon. And the rear, not so much has changed if you compare it to the predecessor generation, but the taillights with a 3D effect. Now you can also feel it really. Here also an LED technology. So a lot of joyful elements here. And we can take a look at the trunk with the electric hatch now. What is interesting that everything of this, all of the lights, they open with the car. Very interesting. And you see there's nothing left here. And that also ensures you a wide opening space right there. Then the cover here. It's good that we have rails on each side. That makes clean opening and closing of this cover right there. Let's take a look beneath it. So there could be, wow, is it a concept replacement tire? It looks like just the top of the tire. Very interesting. So, and then we can also flip the seats from here. Let's see if we don't squish someone. Yeah, at the moment we would, but you can already flip the seats from here. Shall I do it, guys? Shall I be the very evil Thomas and squish those guys? Nah, I'm not that evil. Not now. And then interesting, you can also use the air suspension to lower the car here for loading and to put it a little bit higher again. There's also one special thing. It does not come from Seabury equipment, of course, but optionally, an air suspension is available for the new Q5, and that is done together with the Mercedes GLC and the Porsche Macan, the third compact SUV with an optional air suspension. And now we can flip one seat here, or at least the 1/3 or the 2/3. That's it here, and we got an. It also is fixed now, even loading space, very well usable. And you can also release the middle part here just of the seat. Let me show you that. First I have to learn how to unleash them again. This is very interesting. There it is. Oh, practical solution with a lever. There it is, also usable as a ski hatch. You can just put the middle part down, so they have thought about that. Then the new interior. This car will be built in Mexico, by the way, in a new plant in the federal state of Puebla. Aluminum inside here of the door. There will be other panels available. Nice microfiber here. Great build quality here already with a pre-production car. Bang & Olufsen sound system, and space at the inside of the doors. Then the typical Audi build quality here on the inside, a clean atmosphere, a very clean atmosphere. It will also start with cloth seats, which are my favorite. Here again, the full highest trim level in display. Well, that's what the manufacturers do. I would appreciate lower trim levels, but that's what they do. The S Sport seats we have right here. There's new and more space in the interior, and I'm 1m86 or 6'1" for all our non-subscribers. And you have this typically high seating position for an SUV. The front screen is not that flat, and you can put also the seat a little bit higher. Here the electric controls, very comfortable seating position, and a lot of headroom even for tall people. That won't be a problem. The steering wheel will also be adjustable electronically in this case, in the lower trim levels than in a manual version. The single frame grille from the front is repeated here at the inside of the steering wheel, and the S-Line also in the interior package. And the new Q5 will also feature the Audi virtual cockpit. Let's see if we can activate it. Yeah, there it is. And that means everything can be adjusted, but the basis trim level will start with analog gauges. You can get those ones as well. So you can adjust RPM, meter and speed, for example. And there will also be the GPS view inside here. If not, GPS is here. This looks still a little bit attached. Soft plastics at the dashboard. Again, a great finish, and my favorite are, again, those clicking climate unit buttons, really my favorite. This is the biggest screen that will be available, and with a crystal clear display. You control it basically not via touch, but still with this MMI touch, MMI control knob in the center part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 hotkeys for favorite, and then you can also write, for example, something on this. Use tabs and use this one here as a touch and write pad. For example, if you want to enter an address, something like that. You can see it right here. I'm writing here, like B, O, and I want to go to Bordeaux. And you see up in the screen, I'll write the next R, and the screen is realizing, and I can go to Bordeaux, for example. And this car will also feature the infotainment options, that you not only can connect the Bluetooth telephone like this here over that menu, you will also be able to use the Audi smartphone interface, and so also everything in German. And here you can also connect it later on with the Apple CarPlay and stuff. So this vehicle will also feature that one. Then automatic gearbox, as I told you, most of them are dual clutch transmissions. Just the 3-liter diesel will have a massive converter gearbox. Then here, for example, for the key, inductive charging of smartphones is in the middle console. That is possible if you see the symbol. Again, everything optionally. This car will start at 45,000 euros in Germany, but as the car is standing right here now, it's surely about 70,000 with all of the extras. You can also here cool or heat your beverages in here. At least it looks like it would be for the right box. Not sure if the left one is also heat or coolable, because this one here looks, you know, from metal. This one is surely heat or coolable. Nice feature. Last seen it on the GLE in the Mercedes. And then great build quality here again, even on show cars. Everything is fixed. 2 USB slot, 1 aux in, and some more space right here in the middle console. And let's get in the rear, as I have the seat mounted as I would be driving, and looks like a good package, a lot of space. This car is almost as long as the Skoda Kodiaq. It is comparable in a way, definitely. And I've shown you that. Here, this is the lever here for the rear seat, and I can flip it right here. So that would be the option to flip the seat. I'm, however, interested if I can, I can a little bit change the angle of the seat by that, also to maximum of this. So this would be a really upright seating position, and it feels really spacious here. And you can put it a little bit farther down. So overall, a good result here for rear passengers, definitely. And this is also new now for the Q5. You can move this front bench to put the trunk larger. I think over 1,500 liters is the maximum capacity if you fold everything down. Then you can also move it back again to have more knee space, as I would need it right here. There's also a 3-zone climatization available. You can see it. I make space for you right here. This is then the 3-zone climatization if the engine would be turned on. Also seat heating for the rear seats optionally available. And then here, well, rear passengers smoke in the new Q5. Not really, but here it's built in. And finally, for the rear passenger comfort, you can have some beverage holders right there. And yeah, that's about it. And here again, I can also put the single seat in the front and back again. Overall, the biggest difference I see is the digitalization of the cockpit and also more space, especially for the rear passengers, and more flexibility. And what will we have under the hood? This is a TFSI, mostly about in the 150, 190 horsepower ranges, those 2-liter 4-cylinder engines, a 2-liter TFSI, turbo petrol engine, or a 2-liter TDI. The maximum power output of this one here will be a 2-liter version with 258 horsepower. And then, besides the 2-liter diesel, there will also be the 3-liter diesel, which can also have a bigger horsepower, albeit about 280 horsepower. The only engine, the 3-liter diesel, will combine with the converter automatic gearbox. Those here, either manual or also with a dual clutch transmission. So recently we have tested a lot of compact SUVs and a lot of good ones. The all-new Volkswagen Tiguan, we'll drive the Skoda Kodiaq. We've tested the Porsche Macan GTS, for example, the Mercedes GLC, the GLC Coupe, the BMW X4. Really so many good SUVs on the market in the compact segment and also especially in the premium segment. How will the Q5 perform? So what we see so far is really promising and elegant, but still easy exterior. So not too joyful, rather conservative, but it has a lot of style still because it is that elegant. And the interior looks very flexible and also, again, with a high build quality. Let's drive this car, guys. And when we drive it, I will link it also here in the video description. Stay tuned for that. Subscribe to Autogefühl if you haven't done so far. And also join more of our Paris Motor Show coverage. Thank you very much for watching.